Sid's Foodcast, where we talk about food and our love for food. Yeah. Sid's Foodcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sid's Foodcast, the food podcast where me and my guests would talk about food, our love for food, and everything in the name of food. This is your host, Sid. For today's episode, we have Charm of Ready to Adult PH. The episode centered around Sugbo Mercado, the ins and outs in putting up a food stall, and the relationship of food and adulting. Enjoy the episode. We can start off with telling the people who you are and what do you do and all that.
Okay. So do I acknowledge everyone? Hi.
Yeah. Hey, what is
Okay.
up, everyone?
Okay. So hi everyone. My name is Charm. I'm the person behind Ready to Adult Philippines, and I'm also an entrepreneur here in Cebu, Philippines. So I run a food bazaar and food markets. If you've heard about Sugbo Mercado, the market, street food, and Pop District Bazaar, so I'm one of the people behind those. So yeah.
All right, and just checking on her Instagram, she is not one of those people who put entrepreneur on her bio because she is a legit entrepreneur. Wait, hold on. Someone is mowing the lawn. Oh no, these are helicopters. Definitely need that. But the first things first, Charm. Um, what was your last meal before this podcast?
Oh wow, I have it with me here.
Okay, show it to the people who are
I
watching.
haven't finished eating yet. It looks very bad. I ate bread, spam, and eggs.
Oh,
So
okay. Oh my
yeah,
God, spam and eggs.
yeah. We were
Yes.
talking earlier about how I don't like bread as well. So when I saw the food, I was like, bread. There's no rice.
Oh my God. Was it is it like sliced bread? Is it
Yeah, it's sliced
like
bread.
oh my God. I love spam and eggs for real. Like kung gina,
Who doesn't, diba?
go to comfort food. But here apparently in the United States, besides Asian people, they don't like spam.
Mm.
Spam is
But
trash food for
but it's
them.
very highly processed meat, so
Like it's like mystery
makes
meat.
sense.
That's what they say, mystery meat. But
Yeah.
Filipinos, Asian people, we dig the spam. We fuck with spam. It's really really
All
good.
those sodium.
Oh, we don't care. It's like it's flavor. But oh man, um, I'm gonna have I'm gonna make a video soon. It's like a binging with Babish kind of thing, but really really low key. I'm gonna make if you watch 50 First Dates, there's an episode there. I mean,
The pancake house,
in the waffle place, there's an episode
the
there where
waffle house. Yeah.
have you watched 50 First Dates?
Yeah, of
Yeah. So there
course.
was a scene where he says like, "Oh, did you eat dinner? Did you have breakfast already?" And then Adam Sandler said, "I had some peanut butter cups and some Gatorade." And then the husband and then the and then the restaurant
Sorry.
owner said like, "Oh, that's not breakfast. I'm gonna give you spam and eggs." And then the I think his her son said like, "Oh, you like peanut butter cups?" And then he said like, "Oh, yeah, like you want peanut butter cups in your eggs?" It's like, no. So I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make
Oh
spam
no.
and eggs with peanut butter cups. I already have peanut butter cups here. It's ready. I just need to film. I just need to shoot. So yeah. So people are
That's
listening. At least you
fun.
have an insider. Yeah, because I'm gonna do the
Yeah.
easy.
Excited for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and yeah, I love we definitely I don't know Filipinos generally love spam, for sure. I'm gonna do a new segment on this show. I'm going through a Instagram um scroll and I'm gonna check your Instagram for food posts.
Oh
So I am
no.
in Charm's Instagram. Can I say your handle or is this private?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure,
it's
sure.
at DeLeon Charmaine, and the first thing that popped up when it comes to food is this bowl with, I assume this is bibimbap. Is this bibimbap?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Can you give me just like one thought about this post?
Yeah, so I think I made that. I've been doing a lot of Korean food lately. Like during the lockdown here in the Philippines, it's actually been like 5 months already.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have discovered that Korean food is so easy to make, like Korean comfort food, not like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are more technical ones,
Mm-hmm.
but they're so easy to make. Majority of the times, it's just like you throw everything in a pot or you throw everything in a bowl and
That's
make
it.
a really good sauce, and that's it. So, like, on lazy days, I really make Korean food. Yeah.
Okay, all right. And I really off topic, but kind of is. I saw a post in Conyos of Manila. I don't know. I followed them 2011. It was a different time. Don't cancel me. But they say bibimbap is just Filipino tapsilog.
I don't
Like,
think so.
okay,
Just because there's an egg.
next food post is about Sugbo Mercado. Just really quick insight about that before. Okay, before we're gonna dive deep into Sugbo Mercado. I think this is Sugbo Mercado. I think no. This is Sugbo Mercado. Go. This is the post in August 31, 2019. Yeah.
Oh wow, you went
Oh.
way back.
Oh,
Okay,
I was just looking, but it was like pictures of you, not necessarily food. So most, yeah. Quick thought.
yeah. Okay, so Sugbo Mercado is a food haven for most of Cebuanos here, because imagine a place with over 50 food choices that are almost unique from one another. So uh our business is basically, we want to be the answer for people who are wondering, where should we eat, and then nobody can decide. So we
Mhm.
want to be that place that you can all eat together, even if you're not craving the same things.
Okay. All right.
So
Let's stop
yeah.
right there. We're gonna go more. We're gonna move forward with that one later on. And maybe the last very quick Kaka Dairy Bar. Your post says artsy shot by the boyfriend, wanted a shot with sprinkles led light, but he wanted to highlight the ice cream. Kaka Dairy Bar. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, so that's a local ice cream shop here in Cebu. So the funny thing is, their commercial space was actually one of the places I wanted to open a shop in, but
Ooh.
we ended up being upstairs because I wanted to open a non-food shop, and the landlord wanted it to be just food in the ground floor.
Okay.
So yeah, like, and later on I found out that my mom knows the mom of the owner of that ice cream shop. So Cebu's very small, so
Mm-hmm.
everyone knows each other. So yeah, their ice cream's very good, homemade, very interesting flavors as well. So
All right. Okay, last one. This is June 9, 2019. This is in Mamu, Rockwell. Very fancy. Uh-huh. Caption says sitting in for at Jet Luga. Thanks
mm,
for adopting me, guys, and congratulations again. The spread is really good. There's steak and wine. Thoughts?
yeah, so that was my first time in Mamu. So very expensive. So, but yeah, that is my boyfriend's friends, group of friends. So my boyfriend went to school in Manila. So I said congratulations because two of his best friends got married in Singapore. They are based in Singapore, and then they went to Manila to. It was very random, actually. Like, that was like the makeshift reception because they had a courthouse wedding. Um, so that was the makeshift reception, and my boyfriend was like supposed to be like the best man, and he wasn't there because he had prior engagements here in Cebu, and I was there for a business meeting. I was in a business trip, and it just happened to coincide with their dates. So I spent the whole day with all of his friends, but we already knew each other. But there's
Mhm.
they're still mainly his friends, so that was fun. They're very fun.
Okay, all right. That's really, really interesting because again, I've never been to Mamu, and yeah,
Oh,
it looks
okay.
really
It,
expensive, but it looks really
it's
good.
really good.
And I
It
guess it's a
is.
perfect place, I guess, to have these very important get-togethers with family, with long lost friends, or maybe new friends, like in this case. So yeah, that's it for Charm's food Instagram raid.
I
I'm gonna do
was
this.
caught off
Yeah,
guard.
yeah. I was really thinking of new segments. What to do with my podcast instead of like the usual talking and all that one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. So you were the first one to do the
Actually, it's
Instagram.
pretty easy because like I have a whole hashtag for it.
Oh,
I
really?
have
It says
I have
charm eats.
charm eats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, charm eats for sure. Yeah.
We
Okay.
all eat.
So for the next following guest, I will raid your Instagram accounts and talk about your the food over there. But anyways, when I think of what you do with Ready to Adult and with Sugbo Mercado, I what I ultimately the reason why I decided to message you, even if I don't know you, and apparently I know some people who gladly they accepted my DM from a stranger. With one reason or the another or other, they accepted my proposal. Um, was ultimately I wanted to talk about Sugbo Mercado, and you are the ones you were part of the team who conceptualized Sugbo Mercado, and definitely you will have the floor when you talk about how I think you've talked about Sugbo Mercado multiple times in
Yeah.
events and in other podcasts as well. So I can definitely link that out. But yeah, we're gonna repeat that discussion, but maybe in not in a technical business side, but more on the memories that you had with Supermercado, because I have memories with Supermercado. I guess the first thing that I have on top of my head was the the first time Sugbo Mercado came to be, because I lived in Manila. I studied in Manila for almost 8 years. So grade school, high school, and for 1 year of college. And then when I think of Supermercado, I actually I had a prior idea of Mercato, because
Yeah.
Mercato, if you guys don't know, is also like a street. I don't know how to put this into
I
words.
think it's also a food bazaar
It's
in
yeah
BGC, right?
it's a bazaar. Yeah, that's the term.
Yeah.
It's a food bazaar in BGC. Yeah, in BGC. Yes, of course. I remember it because when after drinking we go there.
Yes.
But yeah, they also have selected days when they're open. And then yeah, that's whenever I think of Sugbo Mercado, I think of Mercato in some way because it's a Mercato.
Yeah.
It rings a bell. But I'm so glad for Cebu, because we before Sugbo Mercado, we didn't have that idea. We did have bazaars. We did
Yeah.
have bazaars would have trinkets. They would have clothes. They would have a little bit of food, but not
Yeah.
necessarily dedicated to food. And if
Yeah.
there is going to be an event for food, it's only like a pop up thing. It's
Yeah.
only open for a few days, maybe a week at most. But Sugbo Mercado was something that was a mainstay for the weekend. I think like
Yes.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or is it
We started with Friday, Saturday, and then it
mhm,
eventually became Thursday to Saturday.
Thursday
So,
to Sunday?
and then now it's Thursday, before the lockdown, it was Thursday to Sunday. But
Yeah.
now it's Wednesday to Saturday. Everything, it's
it,
yeah, it
it's up in
keeps
the air right now
changing.
because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
exactly.
and I was really glad because I now have something to go into that's like I would see mom and pop shops would have their own pop. They would have their own pop up thing, and I would have these and just I'm glad to see people who have a day job but they want to kind of veer away from that, and then it's
Yeah.
just too risky for them to test the market in a way that they have to make a restaurant. It'll be too
Yeah.
much, but they can test the waters in Sugbo Mercado because it only
Yes.
opens on Thursdays to Sundays, and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I can definitely work this on the weekend, and then and if it works in Sugbo Mercado, they would say, hey, you know what? I can take the risk now
Yeah.
because it translated well in Sugbo Mercado. Then maybe I could make my own restaurant, and it gives them opportunity for that. And for foodies like me, it gives me an opportunity to try different types of food
Yes.
that I would not
Exactly.
typically have in maybe I'm so sick of the Jollibees and the I don't know the abacas, and although they're totally great, but you want to try something new,
Yeah.
and you know what, and you don't have to travel because you just literally have to walk stall to stall, and
Yeah.
yeah, and that's my main thing, and I guess that was also your thought with when it comes to conceptualizing supermercado. But for a very quick run through, how did you guys conceptualize it from the very beginning and up until up until what it is today?
Yeah. So actually, I was not one of the founders of Sugbo Mercado, but I came in right after it opened. Like 1 week after it opened, then we came in. I was the founder of Pop District Bazaar, which is a very similar concept, but it's only like 30% food and 70% lifestyle. Okay, so it's in an air-conditioned indoor place. So the founders of Sugbo Mercado, which are my partners now, saw that Top District was, successful. They had a friend who was a tenant who was very happy with his sales, how we handled everything and organized everything. So they tapped us. They told us that they wanted to partner with us because the founders were all guys. There's three guys. For Pop District, we're two girls. So they invited us in to become five, and I think we added a really good balance to the masculinity because they were so focused with, getting tenants and everything, but they didn't think really of like the aesthetics, like being millennials as well because they're also older than us. Being millennials, we have to make it Instagram worthy. We have to
Mm-hmm.
and also we came in and organized everything, like from paperwork to finances to really structure everything. So when we came in, we really fixed up the place. They weren't even the string lights that we're known for right now.
Right.
We put
Mm-hmm.
those in. The red checkered tablecloths, we put those in. You know, putting a label in each store, which is really impactful right now. So to really make the tenants feel like it's their own store, it's their own brand, right? Even if it's just like a
Mm-hmm.
6-7 square meter space. So basically, what we wanted to do was what I mentioned earlier. We wanted to be the answer to the question, where are we gonna eat? So we have a jingle. I don't know if you've heard it, but it says asata asata Sugbo Mercado. So basically it says like, if you're wondering where you should eat, and then everyone would Filipinos always say like anywhere, bisig
Mm-hmm.
asa, diba? So we wanted to be that anywhere because like literally you can have 50, 60 variants of food stalls that you can eat from. And the great thing about it was that before Subo Mercado, personally, I wasn't so exposed to food from other countries because I haven't traveled a lot, and I wasn't as adventurous when it comes to food. But with Subo Mercado, I got to taste like pad thai, mi goreng,
Mm-hmm.
satay, and 'di ba, smoked ribs, or all these other food from all these other countries, like Dutch food, Indian food, and of course Chinese food and stuff like that. I got to be introduced, and um, I think majority really of Cebuanos, our palates really elevated in some way because of the exposure to these different kinds of food. So yeah, everything you said earlier, it was really spot on why we wanted to make Sugbo Mercado what it is today. Because at first when we came in, of course we had an identity crisis. We still had a lot of um, lifestyle products like
Mm-hmm.
shirts and stuff like that. And then we also had a lot of lechon. Cebu
Oh.
is known for lechon. So yeah, we really streamlined our process. We do food tastings. So we make sure that the food is good before we put it out to the public. And then we limit the same number of tenants. For example, barbecue and lechon. Those are very Cebuano things. We
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of applicants who want to sell those things, but we try to limit it so that it's not too competitive. The customers don't also get bored. So yeah, I think that's basically it.
Yeah, and I again, I wanna ask you about the food in general. I had a lot of good food in Sugbo Mercado. I had awful food in Sugbo Mercado. Um, I had fond memories of it because my few dates is with my wife now was in Sugbo, who was my girlfriend back then, was in Sugbo Mercado. Um, um, I remember there was one person who was I don't I'm not sure if it was there. I'm wait, I'm sure. They were selling like popsicles but with alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tipsy Pops.
Yeah, Tipsy Pops. Yeah. Shout out to
Yeah.
Tipsy Pops. I love that one because it was really like we wanted to drink but not really because we were
Yeah.
eating. So we had that one and then we were sitting outside. So it was really nice. That was
Yeah.
my memory about Tipsy Pops. Um, I did not like the egg waffle people. I don't know.
Okay, I don't
Okay,
think
like
they're around
I'm
anymore,
so
but yeah.
emphatic about it. Like, I don't know because I had egg waffles, but it
Yeah.
was too soggy for that with that egg
Okay.
waffle. Like I don't like it. One thing about podcasts that's like it's not limiting. That's why I can say fuck them. Like oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I even said like fuck Shangri-La because I have beef with Shangri-La. But I love
Okay.
Shangri-La because there was another person who loved Shangri-La. So Shangri-La, if you want to sponsor us, that's I love Shangri-La already.
Okay,
But yeah,
okay.
anything goes with this podcast. But yeah, what else? I love the person who sold baked scallops. It was really really good. My mom loved it. My
Yeah.
mom really is picky with food, super super picky,
Yeah.
but she loved the person who sold the baked scallops.
Yeah.
And
For
then,
that's the thing, because even if they go through food tasting, they're
mhm.
at their best when they let us food taste, right? They
Oh yeah.
present us with the
Mm.
best. And the thing that, since they're startups, consistency is really hard for them, especially
Mhm.
if the owner weans away and gives it to staffs already, because of course you need, for you to grow, you really have to hands off your business and trust
Mhm.
your training and your staff. So a lot of our businesses, a lot of our tenants close because of that gap between the owner does it really well, but when they translate it to their staff, they don't have the same passion and they don't
Mhm.
have the same
Right.
training,
Very
yeah,
important.
on customer service. So
Mhm.
that's one of the reasons why they closed down, and that's why when you mentioned earlier that this is really a testing grounds, like
Mhm.
that for entrepreneurs. So for us, we try to police them every time we have you know uh, people telling us that, oh, we didn't really like their food today, but they were okay before, we let them know immediately so
Oh,
that
that's
they can
good.
improve.
Mm-hmm.
Because if some if people have a bad perception of them, it goes back to us because they're not the more known entity, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're known as one of the stalls in Sugbo
Mm-hmm.
Mercado, but it's really definitely us who has the burden to, do customer service.
Yeah. And this is the
So yeah,
on the ground feedback for
yeah,
people like me who
yeah.
actually eat in
Which is
Sugbo
actually
Mercado.
really great if you reach out to them, you really
Mhm.
tell them, give them, good feedback and constructive criticism. They
Yeah.
really appreciate that most of the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think my mom actually returned one of the food. I just don't know what. I
Oh,
forgot. So
okay.
she's
Yeah.
like that. She's really extra. But definitely
Yeah.
like 90% of the food I really really love. There was one
Yeah.
who made japchae, I think. And I love japchae. The japchae is
Mm.
like Korean
Yeah.
noodle dish. It's really really good. I love it. But yeah, but again, I remember more of the memories. I remember, yeah, my dates with my
Yeah.
wife in Sugbo Mercado. I remember my brothers. We would hang out in Sugbo Mercado. I would remember some of my students. I would see some of my students who are also my um, people from debate. We would also go in Sugbo Mercado. We would hang out there. It's just a place where it's another key memory that I have in Cebu is Sugbo Mercado, which is really really nice. And I did have one thing like,
Yeah.
let's go to Sugbo Mercado, like for real, let's go. And when I go there, I didn't know that it was only from Thursdays to Saturdays. Like, oh god,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. We've had a lot of that. Yeah.
yeah. But like,
Yeah.
it's okay. But it says a lot about Subu Mercado. Like, people are looking for you guys, even if it's like
Yeah.
Monday, like, or it's
That's actually one of our that's intentional. That's I think it's
Mhm,
part of our marketing as well, that we only open from Thursday to Sunday because we want people to look forward to the weekend.
mhm.
So when you're craving from Monday to Wednesday, then definitely you're going there on a Thursday because you had 3 days of, you were deprived for 3 days. So
Right.
I don't
Like
know if,
we need to go there.
yeah, like if you're Cebuano, you would know, we get tired of a lot of things a
Mhm,
lot, like really fast. Like we get
mhm,
tired of new restaurants really fast, new stores. Like we
mhm,
call it pulanon, diba? Like
mhm.
Cebuanos are very pulanon. So yeah, definitely that's one of the reasons why we keep it that way, because if we give people too much, they're gonna get tired of us.
And it's
So
good.
yeah, we try to make it a
Definitely working.
novelty.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
definitely working. Especially, I wanted to ask you this about what are your favorite stalls. You don't want to. I obviously, if you don't want to say the name, you can say the food. Like you want to say like
Okay.
favoritism. I don't know if it's allowed for you. If you don't want to answer,
Yeah,
you don't want to answer that. It's okay.
yeah.
But for me, I really love the japchae person. I don't. Sorry, I don't know
Yeah.
the
Yeah, it's okay.
the tipsy the pops tipsy pops.
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
Tipsy
Tipsy.
Pop.
Yeah, I love them. I don't know if they're a mainstay, but I always see them.
They closed down though, because,
Oh,
well,
okay.
not because of their product. Their product's amazing.
Hmm.
It's they're all lawyers. They were all
Um,
studying to be lawyers, so now
that's hard.
yeah, they're
Lawyer,
focusing on
yeah,
that.
law school is a jealous profession, is what they say. I mean, jealous.
Yeah.
I love what was that? I love the punches for some reason, like the different juice shops
Yeah,
over
we
there.
have
I
a lot
like
of
it.
that.
Um, the ribs and the shrimp. Like I know that there's always people like they always serve shrimp, but there was one stall that I really like. That's not often found, I guess, but it's like the person they were selling binagoongang pork, and that's a very
Mm.
Tagalog dish. And for
Yeah.
me, I can always find Korean food, Persian, whatever it is, any other international food in Cebu. It's really, really easy, but I cannot quite find it's like Tagalog food as much as I
Yeah.
want it to be. I would find it in the
Yeah.
chikaan, in the like
Yeah.
the typical like all Filipino restaurants, but they don't make it as well as like the carinderia in let's say in Malate,
Manila.
or like in like in
Ah, yeah.
like these carinderias out in the street in Manila, where they have their kare-kare, they have their binagoongan rice, they have this, even the sinigang is so hard to find in Cebu, because apparently, again, like from my wife, they said Cebuano people, they don't really like sinigang. They would
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
pana sinigang is panos na nilatan.
Yeah.
They
They
would say that.
don't like sour food that much here.
And then
Yeah, the palate here is
uh,
sweet or salty.
no, and then
That's
I
it.
love sinigang. I love my kare-kare. I love those. I love my binagoongan rice. I love my
Yeah.
bagnet. These are Tagalog food. And then, hold and behold, there was one who was selling binagoongan pork belly, and it was really, really good. And it was in Sugbo Mercado. I don't know if they're still there, but it was really, really good. I love it. Yeah, those were just my top picks for now. But what
Yeah.
are your favorite um stalls or foods
Um
in Sugbo
First
Mercado?
is it's very generic, but I love a lechon belly vendor
Mhm.
because prior to Sugbo Mercado, I really didn't like lechon. And for a
And that's coming
Cebuano,
from a
that's like
Cebuano.
that's like sacrilegious, right? But like no, because like I didn't really like lechon, and I found our tenant. She was selling. I mean, lechon and lechon belly. We it's different for Cebuanos, right? So I guess like it was lechon belly, and then it was so flavorful, and their suka is so good. They're called Cocina Guadalupe. They're still one of our biggest tenants right now, and yeah, ever since then I just love their lechon. Like I don't really like any other lechon, not so much, but their lechon belly was so good. So another is mi goreng.
Oh, mee
So
goreng.
yeah, so the couple that owns it, the husband is like Dutch, then Dutch, like they have a lot of Indonesian like culture also. So
Mm-hmm.
they mi goreng, they sell mi goreng and satay. I also really like that. They're called cribs. And then what else? Like nikomaki. Have you tried nikomaki? It's
I think.
basically um it's like a Japanese street food, I think, that it's Japanese rice wrapped in bacon and then like smothered with their special sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I really like that as well. And then like you mentioned earlier, we have a lot of food like drink stalls, and I love every one of them. My favorite must the lemonade stands
Mm-hmm. For sure.
called Lemon Boss right now. I discovered my love for lemon because of all the lemonade I've been drinking from them. So I love lemon chicken now. I love like lemon on my food. So yeah, and then the last one I think is quite a recent one, like 1 year old. They're called Shroom Shack.
Oh,
It's
Shroom Shack.
basically
Okay.
they're basically like fried oyster mushrooms. Like they feel like French fries. Like it's a healthier alternative, but like
Mm-hmm.
it's still deep fried and breaded. So but yeah, I really like it. Like I snack on them all the time. So yeah, those are like my top picks.
Mm. I've never tried Shroom Shack, but I've talked to the guys in Shroom Shack, because
Oh really?
yeah, because I had an initial meeting for them, because they were about to franchise. So
Yeah,
they were one of the people that was under the radar that wanted to
they're from
franchise.
Cherish.
Oh,
He's
really?
our batch. Yeah, Mark
Oh,
Siu.
oh my
Yeah.
God. I talked to this person and I didn't know that he was my
Yeah, maybe that was his brother though. His brother
Oh,
is the
okay.
main owner, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I talked to them, yeah, because they were talking about franchising. Weird. Yeah, that was like
Yeah.
last year. Yeah, like late last year. I talked to people from Shroom Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good with mushroom. Like mushroom is so good for real. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And you
uh,
know how crazy Filipinos are about potato corner. So,
oh,
'di
oh my
ba?
God.
It's a good alternative, but
Yes, for
yeah.
sure, for sure. Um, uh, with the stalls that you mentioned, definitely the lemonade stands. I stand with a good
Yes.
lemonade stand. I have
Yeah.
I have other I have other issues with lemonade stand. Is like really too sweet. I do not like that. I want to
Yeah.
I want to have that a little bit of sourness for my lemonade.
Yeah. Oh,
And, and
their lemonade is sour.
mhm,
Their lemonade is
and
sour. It's like freshly squeezed in front
yes,
of you. Yeah.
yes, and I dig that. I love that. And if
Yeah.
I
But a
want
lot of people request for double syrup,
right, and
which defeats the purpose. But
yeah.
yeah.
But for people, I suggest if you want to have a good lemonade and if you want to have a little bit of sweetness, go with lemonade with cucumber.
Cucumber or
Uh,
watermelon.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, you can have that.
Natural
Mm-hmm.
sweetness. Yeah.
Right. I wanna. Yeah. I really suggest that one. Um, what are the stalls that it's either you do not like or probably did not work out for you guys, or maybe to the point that
Mm.
you even had to reject them. I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So we had a lot of franchises before. Like I'm not I'm not dissing them, so I can mention them. Like Potato Corner, Gelatissimo, Thirsty. These are big brands already, right? You can
Mhm.
find them in all the malls in Cebu, and they don't work in Sugbo Mercado. They just don't. Like people go there to discover new things,
Yes.
that we eventually decided to just not accept big brands, big franchises already. So because we knew that they weren't gonna work out, it's like when they were there, people would just walk past them because they're so accessible in malls and everything. So I feel like that's one of the concept that doesn't really work with us, like big brands.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's definitely one of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Were the stalls that you did not like personally because it just taste?
Um, Not really, because like I mentioned before, we they go through like a food tasting process,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not particularly very picky with food, so
Mm-hmm.
um we approve them and then they're good. Majority of the times though, they don't survive. It's because of the transition I mentioned earlier from
Mm-hmm.
the owner to like the staff, and sometimes they don't handle finances very well. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. I, one thing that I do recall was one of the, well, not just necessarily Sugbo Mercado, but I would see stalls that are like really not working, but their
Yeah.
food is really good.
Yeah.
There are multiple occasions that I would see it, maybe because again, this is me just spitballing. I don't know. I don't have the business acumen for this, but I guess that their food, maybe because I am a foodie and I love trying new things, but
Yeah.
maybe the food is just not there yet when it comes to, maybe because the market's not
Ready for it.
ready for it.
Yeah,
But I
exactly.
did see like what like I think it was an okonomiyaki, maybe not in
Mm.
supermercado, but I did recall like some food bazaars that there was a good okonomiyaki, but no one seems to just order from them. But it was really good. But yeah, there was like
Yeah.
I think one was selling, I forgot, some sort of like seashell products.
Yeah.
Maybe it
I feel
wasn't.
like that's one of the reasons. It's either the market's not ready for it,
Mhm.
or their price point is too expensive for the market.
Mhm.
So
Right.
since we're an outdoor open food area, right? Our regular price point is around 100 pesos,
Mhm.
100 to 150 pesos. So if you're out there, like we had this tenant selling, I really love them. They sell like overnight, how many hours roasted,
Mhm.
beef and pig, and I mean pork, and they're so soft, pulled pork and stuff like that, pulled pork sandwiches and like that. They were really great, but their price point was like 200 to 300 pesos, which if you're a foodie, you would really appreciate their food. But because the setting is, we're outdoor, we're not air conditioned, it's fast turnover, so you're kind of discouraged, like the setup is discouraging you to stay too long,
Mm-hmm.
so to, like, really enjoy your food, like similar to a restaurant. Well, we don't kick you out, but the environment is built that way,
Mm-hmm.
designed that way. And I feel like people don't feel like it's worth it to spend 300 pesos on a meal in Sugbo
Mm-hmm.
Mercado. But definitely, it doesn't mean the food was bad. It's just like not the right market for them,
Right.
maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had a lot of those, like ramen. We have really great ramen that was around that price point, right? Because it was 300 is already cheap for a
Mm-hmm.
ramen, and if
For
proper
sure.
ramen. But with us, they have to make it like a more simple version of a
Mm-hmm.
ramen, so that they can fit the price point of the consumers that are going to Sugbo Mercado.
Right.
So I think that's one of the things. We're really, like, fast paced,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's so hard to eat ramen in a place like Sugbo Mercado because when I think of Sugbo Mercado, there's always two initial problems there. It's either the parking and the food. There's just a lot of people, and you can't find a place to sit. But I guess for
Yeah,
owners, that's a good problem to have.
yeah.
For food for
Yeah,
customers, that's not good.
yeah.
But it just
That's
means
actually
there's
like one of the beauties. Like, I feel
yeah.
like it's also the experience, the
Mhm.
experience of
Of
having a
Sugbo
lot of
Mercado.
people
Right.
there, having to line up for your food,
Mm-hmm.
having to walk to your table that's far from the
Mm-hmm.
stall that you're ordering from. It's part of it. It's part of the
Yeah,
experience.
definitely.
We've gotten so many complaints that we should add more tables, we
Mm-hmm.
should, like, do this and do that. But I don't know,
No,
it's we don't have space.
yeah. It's a good problem to have, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Because, like, if you notice, majority of the street food markets outside the Philippines, they
Hmm.
don't have dining
No,
tables.
no, yeah.
You stand, you order, you eat it on the spot, and you move on to the next one, right?
Right.
So we would actually joke that you guys are already very spoiled that we have a
Hmm.
700 seating capacity.
Oh, it's
It's just like
700? Oh, okay.
700,
And it's
yeah.
always
But, like,
full, so.
yeah, but, like, people like to, because we have bands, we have
Mhm.
music, live
All right.
music every night. That's why also people like staying longer than they
Mhm.
should. So yeah.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Just one thing that, yeah, when I think of supermercado, it's just always packed, and I would think
Yeah.
like,
It's
I
like
want,
it's like a Starbucks, right? That's the
yeah,
charm of a Starbucks. When
uh
you go in, it's always full. You have to wait
yeah,
for a seat.
and
And
I don't want,
people order one drink and stay there the whole day.
yeah, and I don't want to eat ramen in a like in that kind of place.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, ramen
Cheap
people.
ramen though. It's good if you buy cheap ramen there.
Yeah, but
Like,
if,
when it's
but,
raining
yeah,
and
but if you put it, okay, if you put it in a Nissan cup noodle and like that, I
nah.
would order it. But if it's like a bowl and then you have to find
Yeah,
a
yeah.
way to eat it, yeah. Um, okay, I'm gonna give you um, food ideas and tell me just straight up if you would if it would work. Um,
Oh, okay.
okay. Because I might have a stall in Sugbo Mercado. We don't know. um, taco places. Has there been a taqueria there in Sugbo
we
Mercado?
we've had a couple. We've had a couple of tacos. One really lasted long, but it's not like authentic. It's
Oh,
not so authentic. It's
no.
like they made it kind of Filipino,
Oh, mhm.
nachos and tacos
Oh,
like
okay.
that. And then
No.
we had authentic ones, and it
Hmm.
doesn't work as well. It
Oh,
doesn't work as
what?
well, yeah,
Oh my
because,
God.
like, authentic ones charge it at, like, let's say 150 for three soft shelled tacos, but, like, really good quality.
Uh-huh.
People just find it expensive in
Oh,
our,
okay.
and yeah. So,
Oh.
but, like, we had, like, a quesadilla before that's, just packed with melted cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Filipinos love that kind of
Oh.
thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I
So
love because I don't know, maybe because I lived here for a few years already. California,
yeah.
LA is taco
Yeah.
culture is so
Yeah.
good, so big, and tacos is so good. Obviously a lot of
We
Filipinos
had a
don't
lot
know
of
about that.
fusions as well for tacos. Like we had a Tex-Mex
Oh, Tex-Mex.
stall,
Hmm.
and also like a Korean Mexican
Oh yeah,
um
bulgogi
yeah
tacos and
fusion.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, they were actually really good as
Uh-huh.
well.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
Koji food trucks that have like, anyways, like tacos. I love tacos.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, when I think of Korean, I think of those stalls that are instant. The instant shin ramyun with egg and cheese.
Oh
Those
yeah.
those
Yes.
instant
I've
ramyun
been
with
cooking that a
tteokbokki.
lot.
Do,
I've been
are there stalls like that? Like not the bulgogi, not the bibimbap, but the instant Korean stuff. Are there?
Yeah, yeah, we've
Oh,
had we had tenants like that, and yeah, I mean, I feel like they work for
okay.
a while. Yeah, you just the thing also with Sugbo Mercado, you can't stop innovating. You
Mm-hmm.
constantly have to elevate, level up
Okay.
your when you already get your foot through the door, like
Mm-hmm.
uh you have to keep bringing them back in with new products,
Okay.
yeah,
All
new
right.
gimmicks.
Um,
So
uh,
yeah, we've had that. We've actually
Obviously,
been cooking that a lot
okay. I'm not
right
innovative
now.
because there are already stalls like that. Spam musubis.
Spam musubis. I haven't. I don't think so.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
you think it will
yeah,
work?
yeah,
Do you think it'll work?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think
I got
so.
one on my head. Okay. Um, um, Horchatas. Horchateria. Horchatas.
Not yet. I think
Okay.
not
Yeah.
yet.
These
Yeah.
are these are all like okay, I
In the
said
mental notes.
yeah. I'm gonna make my own horchateria. What else? What else can I pitch? Takoyaki spots.
Takoyaki, we've had a lot already. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Did they work?
They work.
Okay. Did they
We've
really
definitely
serve? Did they really serve mini octopuses?
octopus.
Because
We
there's a
have,
lot of
yeah.
okonomiyakis that are like, this is flour and cabbage.
Yes. So we have tenants that serve both kinds. So of course the ones with real octopus are at a higher price point. They're
Mm-hmm.
both still with us though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Okay.
with competing brands, our stalls, we really try to make them different price points. So example, we have two ramens. One is gonna be a more expensive but better quality than
Mm-hmm.
the other one because we try to cater it to different people who appreciate different things because some people just want to eat it just to be full, right? Are
Okay.
not really
Mm-hmm.
foodies, they don't really mind, so we try to have different price points of different products. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. My last pitch is fried chicken sandwiches.
Oh, we haven't had that. We
Okay.
haven't had that.
All right.
Yeah, we've had
I'm
those
going to have that.
Taiwanese, like
Oh,
the
yeah,
flat
yeah,
chicken, yeah, with
yeah. Mm-hmm.
powder, yeah.
So
We've-
not fried chicken sandwiches with fries, like they put it in a box. No, no,
yeah,
nothing.
not yet,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna. We'll see. We'll see. At least.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you're gonna have your own stall in Sugbo Mercado, what are you gonna have? What are you gonna serve?
Uh I wanted to do like I forgot, like Japanese burritos.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Ooh, Japanese
yeah.
burritos. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. I've never heard of
Yeah,
that.
so I
Uh,
sushirito. I wanted to call it like
oh,
sushirito. So it's like a huge sushi roll,
oh,
like
like a kimbap, but it's like
a burrito
mhm.
size,
Okay.
like, but it's like big, and like
Mm-hmm.
you cut it in half like a burrito. Yeah, I wanted to do that before, but like I didn't have a patience. I actually opened a stall.
Ooh.
I opened a stall called Be Bold, and like a bowl, Be
Uh-huh.
Bold, and It's basically breakfast bowls like smoothie bowls and chia
Ooh.
puddings.
Oh,
Healthy stuff like that. But it didn't work out so much because we're a night market. We open from
right.
5 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and not a lot of people buy
Mm-hmm.
breakfast bowls at night.
Night, right.
So yeah, but we because we also opened it in Pop District Bazaar. Pop
Mm-hmm.
District Bazaar is like 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. So and it, like I said earlier, it's like a more elevated market. So people really it did really well in Pop District. So it's like Instagram worthy and healthy
Right.
lifestyle. You don't go to Sugbo Mercado to eat healthy stuff. You go
Right.
there to cheat, cheat
Mm-hmm.
day.
Definitely. Like, oh my God, you go to Sugbo Mercado, you get an acai bowl. Like, who are you?
Yeah, so we opened. I think like we lasted 3 months. I think. Yeah.
Right. But I do love an acai bowl. I love those because
Yes.
I think of when you think of beach when you think of those, you know?
We had to explain it to our customers what
Mm-hmm.
a smoothie bowl is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why is it different from a shake? Like,
Right.
because it's also like a more expensive price point because we don't
Mm-hmm.
add water in it. It's all
Right.
like really the fruits and like soy milk, like good quality soy
Mm-hmm.
milk. So it was kind of expensive. So
Oh.
they're like, what's a smoothie bowl? Why is it a different from like a shake with like there's a lot of sugar and water in shakes and like a smoothie bowl. Yeah, so we had to explain it to each and every one. So
It's
that was
okay.
tiring.
It's
Yeah.
okay. You know what? Next time they tell them if they're gonna ask what's a smoothie bowl, you say, "Oh, go to the people who shop at healthy options."
Yeah. We should set up shop in front of healthy options.
Yeah, go to the people who shop at healthy options. They're gonna know what an
Yeah.
acai bowl
Yeah.
is.
Like what is a chia pudding? What's chia seeds? It's like, oh, okay, never
Oh,
mind. This is not gonna work.
yeah. But yeah, I love those kinds of stuff. But I love it. I prefer it in the morning though. You know, those rice those bowls really good, really healthy for you, good for the gut and all that. And I guess the last section, the last portion in the podcast is I want let's move on to from Sugbo Mercado. I guess the last section I want to talk about you being a person who's ready to be an adult. I'm sorry, I'm giving you a pun, but you know, being an adult means a lot of things, and I guess when I think of Sugbo Mercado, I think of college kids eating out, having their first dates, or maybe these adults who tries to have some sort of escape. They want to have a cheat day, you know that one. But being an adult means a lot, not just finances, not just being professionally um, um, well groomed. It also deals with lifestyle, and lifestyle comes with food, you know. And us millennials who are getting a little bit older, we have obviously bad backs. We need to work out, we need to eat healthy stuff. What is what is it with you being with ready to adult, and how can you what is your take with being an adult, or being a better person each day, and food? What is your take on that?
um, Definitely I feel like especially this quarantine, this I mean like this lockdown, it's
Mm,
definitely more important than ever to in a way watch what you eat cuz and also at the same time work out. But like I'm definitely guilty of that. Like uh I eat typically, I don't eat so healthy, but I also don't eat a lot of fast food. I don't eat like, a lot of those things. But my boyfriend's big on that. Like he really likes, easy, like not too, I wouldn't say like processed foods.
mm,
So um we don't limit ourselves to like no meat or
mhm.
vegetarian or keto like that. But like my boyfriend lost 100 pounds. Like he's known for someone who lost like more than 100 pounds. Like he
100
was on
pounds.
new. Yeah, like he used to be like 300 pounds, I think.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, he was definitely he's very big on fitness, food and fitness. So, he definitely influences me on that, especially like when we were both still in the condo. But uh I definitely would say that I need to work out more. I can really feel that this lockdown, being in a desk all day, being on in the bed like that, I can't I lose like breath na going up one flight of stairs. And
Mm-hmm.
that's so bad. Like that's so bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So even if I'm like, typically eating okay, like not too much salt, not too much sugar. I don't like put sugar in my coffee and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I definitely think that compared to before, like I don't drink soda. I know, but as a kid, I remember loving Coke so much because we didn't really understand, like I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if it's a typical Filipino family dinner, like you always have Coke in the table.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's definitely changed now. People are more health conscious. People
Mm-hmm.
look after what they eat. So
Right.
yeah, definitely a good thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I guess one takeaway that I think of being an adult and trying to be, be a better person is always being more self-aware. That
Yeah.
I guess in you know being self-aware is half the battle. I forgot who quoted that one. I think it was Sun Tzu, but yeah. So being aware is half the battle. Like
Yeah.
knowing that hey, I'm eating bad or hey, I need a change is
Yeah.
already a start, and
Yeah.
then don't try drastic change. Slow
Yeah.
again, maybe I just want to plug in with one program with Matt Diavella says there's a lot of crash courses out there. There's a lot of lifestyle coaches, lifestyle change, and change in 6 months.
Yeah.
Let's have this in a year or so. But he says
Yeah.
we need to embrace slow growth. We
Yeah.
need to embrace the stumbling and the failing and um we have this change today. Just removing salt is we may think of it's minuscule, but it is
Yeah.
with compound effect. It has a compound effect. So
Yeah.
maybe if you don't work out every day, try to work. If you don't work out at all, work out once a week for 20
Yeah.
minutes. If you
Yeah.
don't want to pursue a workout, then try walking for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah.
and I guess that's what I
I
what I
used to, I think it's just this quarantine because I've been really focusing on my YouTube channel. Before I actually used to run a lot because I'm kind of frugal. I don't like spending on gym
mm-hmm,
memberships. So
mm-hmm,
I have, we have a village here. So I really, because I was supposed to do a half marathon.
mm-hmm,
So 21K, but I only ended up training up to like 15K. I did a 12K run, and then like I continued training, but like
mm-hmm,
Philippines rainy season kicked in, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay at home. Makes the weather makes you feel lazy, and it
mm-hmm,
discourages you because you don't want to get wet, you don't want to get
mm-hmm.
sick and stuff like that.
Right,
But yeah, I mean, like the intentionally stopping to drink soft drinks, that's already very big. If you're
right.
if you're someone who drinks soft drinks every day, like
Mm-hmm,
make it like 2 times a week until 1 times a week, like until I really don't like very occasionally, maybe twice a year I drink soft
mm-hmm.
drinks. So
Right, and that
yeah.
that is still a change.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
definitely. That's actually for Sugbo Mercado, since we're located in highly dense BPO areas, offices. Um, we wanted to be an alternative to fast foods as well. That's why our price point is the way it is, because it's for daily, people who eat there on the daily. They have different choices. They don't have to go to McDo and Jollibee every single
Mm-hmm.
day, which was their lifestyle before, because there was no other option,
Right.
right? Everything else was so expensive for a daily, like a daily meal for
Mm-hmm.
them. So at least they have like home cooked
For
meals, and
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, and I guess again, it boils down to um, making this active change of,
Yeah.
hey, I'm not gonna eat in a fast food restaurant today, or I'm not gonna
Yeah.
drink soda for maybe a few days. That
I think
already
the
helps.
lockdown really helped with that though. I think like a lot of people has been, they have more time to do groceries for themselves. They have the time to meal prep if they want to. They have a lot. I've been seeing a lot of Filipinos really cooking and preparing their own food. They're more intentional with their food. So I think that's one of the things that's good in a way. I mean, the
Mhm.
lockdown and the pandemic's not good, but at least I've been seeing a lot of people trying to shift. Like I have a lot of friends who went plant based, pescatarian, and stuff like that. So yeah, good for them.
Right.
Yeah,
If
that's what
you
I
have,
love about Korean food.
you're
Actually,
right.
they're typically very healthy. They're
Hmm.
usually boiled, prepared boiled, or steamed. So and
And a
they're
lot of
full of
vegetables.
vegetables. Yeah, a lot of vegetables. The only bad thing is their pastes, but
Mhm.
that's where all the flavor comes
Right.
from. Gochujang and
Yeah.
like yeah, but
And again, it's something that as long as there's change, as long as there's good change, that's welcome. And I guess
yeah,
it is an ever evolving process for us millennials or people who want to have change.
yeah,
It's not just about the career, man. It's not just about your relationship. It always
yeah,
starts with yourself. It starts with your habits, and with habits comes with food, and food plays a big role when it comes to stress, when it comes to feeling okay, when it comes to mind activity. You know, if you wonder if you wonder why you're so down lately, if you're so stressed lately, maybe food can be a factor. So you
yeah,
need to check on that one as well. Okay,
yeah,
that's just
definitely.
my input when it comes to
Yeah.
being
I
an
feel like
adult, I
if
guess.
you get like, you get anxiety a lot or you get stressed out a lot, what really helps is that you're more intentional when you eat. I've heard this somewhere, like when you eat, put down your phone, just, focus on eating, focus on
Mhm.
chewing, just really, focus on the task that is there in front of you, which is eating, because we're so used to multitasking when we
Definitely.
eat. We watch series, we work while we eat,
Hmm.
we stuff like that. And I feel like sometimes if you get overwhelmed, we do this a lot, like okay, you know we're we prepared a good meal, like phones down,
Hmm.
like let's try to have
Appreciate.
conversations,
Mhm.
appreciate it more. Yeah,
Right.
don't chew
And
so fast.
yes, definitely. All right. Last question before we end this podcast is, if you could have any meal right now, any meal, healthy or not, you've tried it or you want to try it, what would it be right now and why?
Oh my gosh, that is so hard.
I had a lot of interesting answers with this. I always think of, oh, they're gonna have something super duper expensive or something that they've never tried before. But I'm not gonna spoil or anything. But what would you want to have?
I don't know, cause like I don't typically crave for food. That's something about me. Like I don't really typically crave for food because I'm also very diverse in what I eat. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I always satisfy them. But maybe one thing, uh, This is gonna be so bad.
Okay.
I've been craving, it's not a meal, it's a snack. I've been craving potato corner for the longest time. It's
Oh.
so weird. Yeah, because like the entire lockdown, it's not open. And like, once you crave for something and you don't get it, it's just
Mm-hmm.
there at the back of your head.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've been craving that. And I would say also katsudon.
Katsudon. Oh, katsudon.
Katsudon, yeah.
Really good. Oh, potato
Yeah.
corner for sure.
Potato corner.
Uh-huh.
It's so Filipino.
So yeah,
Like I'm not I
definitely.
don't I'm not big anymore at eating it. Like I spoil myself once in a while before lockdown,
Mm-hmm.
but like ever since I started craving it and I haven't gotten it, it's just like at the back of your head. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. When
Have
my
you have
mom,
you been to have you been to Japan?
Japan, no. I've been to
Yeah.
Japan for a layover, not in Japan, Japan.
There's this food also that I've been craving. It's called melon pan.
Oh,
You
I've
can
tried melon pan, but not in Japan. It's really,
okay.
really
Like
good. I love melon pan.
there's no one selling that in Cebu and it's so
Oh.
hard to recreate. Like I've also been really craving for that. Like when we were there for a week, I think we ate it 5 times, 5 nights straight.
with
Yeah,
with bread with Japanese, they make it so
it's just
different.
bread
Different.
and ice cream, but I don't.
Yeah,
It's so good.
it's so
Like
good. Definitely. Oh,
every time I tell people who are going to Japan, you have to try melon
melon
pan.
pan for
You have
sure.
to
I
try
love melon pan.
melon
I mean,
pan.
I've tried melon pan in Manila. It's really good for me. So how
Yeah,
much
they
more? How
have it
much more if I
there
tried it in Japan?
in Japan.
But yeah, thank you so much, Charm, for indulging with your knowledge when it comes to food and your insights with Sugbo Mercado. Do you have any shout outs or any plug in or anything that you want to put on blast?
Yeah, basically it's ready to adult. You can search if you wanna listen. I mainly talk about personal finance, entrepreneurship, and other adulting stuff like buying a condo, buying a house, buying a car, stuff like that. So if you wanna check those out, it's ready to adult PH over on my YouTube channel. We have Instagram, Facebook, across the board. It's ready number 2 adult PH. So
All
yeah.
right. Okay. And yeah, you can definitely find her meaningful millennial insights and advice in her YouTube channel. It really helped me because I'm thinking of buying a car. So her insights with repossessed and secondhand cars and brand new cars. See, I
Yeah.
watch your videos. I'm not just I'm not
Thank
just
you.
bluffing. I do. And your latest video of condos versus houses was
Yeah.
that your latest video? I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm up to
Yeah.
date. So
Yeah.
definitely check her out or her work. And yeah, we'll make sure that you are guided through your millennial life, just like me. You, her advice really helps. Thank you so much, Charm, and
Thank
thank you
you for having
everyone.
me.
Yes, thank you for everyone for listening to Sid's Foodcast. Again, we talk about anything food or drinks in the name of food. Thank you. Hold on. Let me pause. Let me stop the recording.